Obama, look where he was hiding out avoiding justice. The Obama administration was an absolute train wreck from day one. Barack Obama and his minions did everything in their power to destroy the country we all love. If it was not allowing illegals immigrants to pour over our borders, it was Obama arming ISIS and gun smugglers. For years, we have patiently waited for Obama and his cronies to face justice for their sickening crimes against America. Well, it seems that we may finally get justice, and it comes from the most unlikely source. During Obama's disastrous presidency, he committed crimes that shocked the nation. Never before in recent history have we witnessed a president with such a blatant disregard for the Constitution and the rule of law. It seemed that each and every day Barack Obama would look for ways to usurp our country's laws in order to continue pushing his sick socialist agenda. However, one of the most egregious acts Obama pushed on the American people was the Catch and Release program. This program literally undercut our law enforcement and put thousands of American lives at risk. Which is why Dwayne Dog the Bounty Hunter Chapman and his wife Beth are going after Obama. And, this is for certain, that there is no place to hide when the dog is on your case. In a rare interview, reporter Lee Stranahan had a chance to sit down and talk with Dog the Bounty Hunter and his wife Beth in Washington, D.C. Stranahan spoke to the Chapmans about the insane regulations that Obama and his corrupt Justice Department put in place for law enforcement. And, trust me, it is worse than we thought. Beth states in the interview that essentially the Justice Department threw the rule book right out the window. That those in the Justice Department wanted to give an open playing field to those that were accused of crimes. Basically, when one was charged with a crime, they are given a promise to appear notice instead of actual bail. Essentially, they are arrested, brought in, fingerprinted, and then released back into the community. It sounds insane, right? Here is more of the interview. Here is an excerpt from this exclusive interview. Stranahan, when you're talking about this bail reform movement, what it means, and of course stop me if I'm wrong and tell me if I'm exaggerating, but it means in some cases criminals are being brought in and put right back on the street. Beth, within minutes. Dog, within minutes. Beth, literally the police officers are still inside doing paperwork when the perpetrator is basically let out the door. Dog, alleged perpetrator. Beth, okay, alleged. Stranahan, and so when we're talking about the dismantlement of law and order under Obama, this is what I'm talking about. Beth, yeah. There are no teeth, law enforcement's hands are basically tied. I think they're far more reluctant to even arrest anybody because it takes them, like I said, more time to do the paperwork than it does to bring them down. But the bigger issue is there's no accountability and there's no deterrent, there's no repercussion, there's no one looking for these people when they fail to appear. Basically, they're going to be clogging up the docket so bad there'll be no effect whatsoever in our court systems. Christie went out and he duped his entire state basically and said, this is only gonna cost a couple of $1 million. The cost is so expensive now, it's over $22 million. Most of the countries can't even afford to implement this policy, and they've got small business people dying on the vine there, and it's counterproductive to the economy. Stranahan, and how is letting those criminals back out on the streets working out for the poor? Dog, well, of course, the poor will be poor, but they're stealing trying to get money. Beth, but they're releasing them back into the poor communities. They're not releasing them into our communities. So, in reality, he's re-victimizing the very people that he claims to be helping. A perfect example of this would be a domestic abuse case. Say a man hits his wife or vice versa and they are arrested and taken into custody. Now it would stand to reason that the abuser stay behind bars, however, instead they are released back into the community within minutes. It is disgusting to even imagine how many women and children have been further harmed because of Obama's disgusting program. Obama did so much damage to this country that it will take years to repair it all. Which is exactly why this needs to be exposed so that everyone in America is aware of how destructive Obama and his policies truly were. Obama and his cohorts should answer for this terrible program and all the people they harmed along the way. Of course, They will try to hide and skirt the obvious destruction that has been caused along the way. However, I know with Dog the Bounty Hunter and Beth on the case, they do not have many places to hide anymore. Share if you think Obama and his Department of Justice should be held accountable for this terrible catch and release program.